Well, Mr. Johnson and I
She's so
met
excited.
when I was young.
Man, she's so
We fell
excited.
in love, and we just was seeing each other, going places. He showed me things that I never saw before, and that made me fall for him, even though I knew he was married at the time. Oh, yeah, he was married, so it was a lot of sneaking around, hiding. We used to, our favorite spot to meet up was like at Burger King. And while he'll go home and get ready, change clothes and come back, and we just go out and kick it.
How long did this relationship go on?
The relationship went on strong for like about 2 years, and then I left and went to Mississippi.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
Did your family ever find out about this affair with Miss Moffitt?
Yes, they did.
What happened?
Oh, well, I was sitting at a restaurant with Miss Moffitt, and a young dude went back to my house and told that I was sitting in a car at a restaurant with her. After then, we had words from then on. You know.
So at that point, you were exposed.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you keep seeing Miss Moffitt?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So that lesson wasn't learned. Miss Moffitt,
Yes, Your Honor.
tell the court what happened when you found out you were pregnant.
I wasn't sure who was the father because I had went out to
Bring me
Lakewood
some coal out
to
of
see
the
Mr.
drink.
Johnson. And at that time, Mr. Johnson was at work, so I stayed around till he get off work so we could see each other. But in the meantime, I had went to one of my friend houses named Mr. Saunders, which I was dating before Mr. Johnson. Basically, I ended up having sex with him that day and Mr. Johnson at the same time. So that's why I'm not sure.
So wait a minute. You had sex with Mr. Saunders and Mr. Johnson on the same day. Not at the same time.
Yes, Your Honor, right, the same day.
And so when you found out you were pregnant, who did you tell?
Well, I told them both exactly because I wasn't sure who was the father once the baby was born. And as soon as Mr. Saunders seen her eyes, he like, oh, that's my baby. And I'm like saying to myself, I don't think so. But, but I led him to believe that it was.
But you believe Mr. Johnson was her biological father.
Yes, because Mr. Johnson and I had a connection, and pretty much Rissa was a love child. And I feel that Mr. Johnson was more of the father than Mr. Saunders was. And then as Rissa got older, she starts to give more features of Mr. Johnson. And then everybody, like in my family, like, oh, this is Mr. Johnson's child.
I didn't know she was pregnant.
You didn't?
No. Wasn't seeing each other that tough at that time, and all of a sudden she came to me with a picture. Showed me a picture of Rissa. And that's how I found out I might be the father.
So you gave him a picture?
Yes, Your Honor.
You brought it to him? You sent it to him? How did you get this picture?
I brought it to him. I showed him.
You brought it to him, and what did you say when you brought the picture?
I told him, I said, here's Rissa, and here's your child, that you could be a possible father. And then also I did let him know about Mr. Saunders at the same time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So, you brought him this picture and said you could be the father.
Yes.
And there was also another potential father, Mr. Saunders. Is that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you remember her being honest about that?
Mm-hmm.
And so, then, did you have doubt at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to just complete it?
Because Rissa, you know, about father and he told you.
And so how did you find out that Narissa was sick and in the hospital?
My stepdad, and he told me, he said, Ron, you need to get to Indiana as soon as possible. You don't know if Rissa going to be much around here much more longer.
In the case of Moffitt versus Johnson, Mr. Johnson was the only man you knew to be your father, right? You had no idea and had never been told about Mr. Saunders.
No.
I know this hurts to think about and talk about.
I just want to know who my father is.
Okay, so once you started feeling like your family and everybody was saying it was Mr. Johnson's child, you loved Mr. Johnson, you said, you know what, I believe this is Mr. Johnson's child. You allowed them to form this father-daughter bond where you would let her visit him.
Yes,
Spend
Your Honor.
time with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Moffitt, Mr. Johnson was the only man you knew to be your father, right? You had no idea and had never been told about Mr. Saunders.
No.
So during Nerissa's childhood, were you told you were the only possible father?
It's one.
No.
It's one girl that's
Mr. Sanders.
She-
Okay, Mr. Saunders. All right, you were told Mr. Saunders was her biological father?
Yeah.
So wait a minute now. This is confusing. Ms. Moffitt, Mr. Saunders insisted, you said, you testified to that he was Nerissa's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's what Mr. Johnson understood? That Mr. Saunders was her biological father?
Mr. Johnson didn't know that I was leading Mr. Saunders on, letting him know, Mr. Saunders, that he was the dad as well. He didn't know that I told Mr. Saunders that he was the dad also.
Okay, so why are you telling two men they're the biological father?
Because Mr. Saunders knew I had sex
What
with
was
him.
you
You
laughing?
know, we had sex.
You laughing
And
at?
Mr. Johnson.
And remember that spray out there in that yellow can in there.
Time that Rissa was conceived. They had kind of figured that Rissa was healed.
So she making us
and
baby.
going by the color of her eyes because Rissa had the same eye color that his mom does.
But Nerissa testified that it was just 2 years ago that she was told that there was another possibility. So you knew this all this time,
Yes, Your Honor.
but you didn't tell your daughter.
No, Your Honor.
What I don't understand is you're telling two men they could be the father, but you're not telling your daughter that two men could possibly be the father.
I told her, that it could be a possibility, but
When did she tell you this, Miss Moffitt?
2 years ago. But I just want to get this over with.
I
know
swear
it's
I
hard.
would too.
And the truth is, you weren't informed.
just like they had been.
Your family never
This is
believed
how from the
that
poacher.
you was your biological child.
The poacher out of the yeah, boy.
Got
That's
real
me.
sick.
That's me.
What? What's that?
Who her biological father is and need closure.
Okay, I
So
thought
she
you did. Okay.
go on.
Do you feel disappointed in your mom?
I'm just hurt.
She asked her
Wait, this
husband.
wrong. When it comes to 28-year-old Nerissa Moffitt, it has been determined by this court.
Stop, girl.
Why are you telling two men they're the biological father?
Because Mr. Saunders knew I had sex with him, and Mr. Johnson, at the same time that Rissa was conceived.
Miss Moffitt, why did you decide to just come clean now?
Because Rissa needs to know who her biological father is and need closure, so she won't be torn between two fathers. So she
You think that
can
they be
have
closer at all?
clarity
She was 13.
and just
So that girl get way 30
Just
years
go
old.
on.
Torture
and they can
like
build a
somebody.
bond. Because
Crazy.
she have other siblings
Too
out there.
slow,
that she
dumb ass
used to
parents.
meet.
She
And because
especially the mama.
they never did believe that
Burger
Rissa
King,
was
I'd be embarrassed.
his anyway.
I
Your
just died
family
and my
never
mama take
believed
me
that
on the way.
Nerissa was
Fuck
your
it,
biological
I
Be
believe
like,
it.
why you want to go there so
I
much
believe,
anyway?
I stayed out there until Rissa got real sick. Went to the hospital and spent time with her. I said to myself, man, this child is laying up here fighting for her life, and she don't know who her father was, and she said she wanted her father there at the hospital, and I spent 3 nights there with her. I said, I'm gonna be there for her from now on out. Bottom line.
And so how did you find out that Nerissa was sick and in the hospital?
Her stepdad, and he told me, he said, Ron, you need to get to Indiana as soon as possible. We don't know if Rick's gonna be much around there much longer. I shot on over
Oh
there.
my goodness.
Yeah, I shot on over there. And I seen all these tubes and stuff, and I just couldn't believe it.
And so at that moment, you decided to go to the hospital because you believe you were her father.
You all right? Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Did Mr. Saunders also come to the hospital, Miss Moffitt?
No, he did. And then when
Did you let him know? Did you tell him?
well, I didn't have any information for Mr. Saunders to let him know what's going on, but when Rissa came out of her coma, she gave me information and get contact with him because she wanted him to come and see her. But he made every excuse, the reason why he couldn't come. But if he claimed to be her daughter, it wouldn't matter with no cost, whatever. He'd be out there trying to see see her. If he thought that was her last days on this earth, he at least try to come out there and see how she was doing. Or
And this is the man that had been so persistent that
right.
he was her biological father.
Yes, Your
And
Honor.
that he had even been persistent enough to send her these messages.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then when she's in a coma, he doesn't come.
No, Your Honor. Only one came is Mr. Johnson.
Sure did.
Larissa, I'm so happy you okay. I really am.
Thank you.
You know?
I